We're live. Five, four, three, two, one. What's up? What's up? What's up? This is Coach Stokes with Stokeshouse Boxing Academy with our third series of being with Behind the Lines with Coach Stokes. And I'm bringing somebody special to you today, man. I had the opportunity of meeting this brother. Man, how long has it been? About 6 months now, Coach?
Yes,
Almost
sir.
six
Yes, sir.
months. Let me tell you, Coach Stokes don't deal with a lot of people, man. But when I do deal with you, man, you gotta come correct. And this brother, man, from his spirit, he happened, to allow my son Diesel to speak to one of his fighters, who's Montana Love, who's a hot, young, and up and coming prospect right now. And a lot of people, me being in California, Coach, it's like when you say, "Oh yeah, we're gonna link up together," the normal talk is it ain't gonna never happen. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Yeah.
But and you know how the business is. But you was totally different, man. You hit me right back, and you made it happen. So I appreciate you, ladies and gentlemen. I want to welcome to Stokes House Boxing Academy, Coach Javez Sims. What's up, Coach?
Absolutely, man. And I appreciate you, man. Nothing's up, man. We just making moves. Me and the Mason brothers, Montana Two Pretty Love, and also, a few other green fighters. But I'm excited to even be on, man. I'm excited to be on.
Brother, man, I really appreciate this because when you blow up, and I know you are, man, because you one of the young, hot, and up and coming coaches right now, man. You are the new
Thank you.
breed, as I call it. You are the new breed. So, man, I'm happy because I can pull in my archives like, yo, I had this cast one of his first interviews.
Absolutely, man. I appreciate the love, man. I'm humbled, to be honest, man. I hear that so much, and just to be honest with you, like, I'm humble. You know what I mean? It does nothing. It doesn't pump my head up. It makes me. It gives me another confidence, but especially it makes me humble, man. I
No doubt.
appreciate you, man.
No doubt. Well, Coach, let's dig on in, man. Let my audience know who is Coach Sims, man. Where you come from.
So, so to be honest with you, man, me, Coach Sims, and a lot of people call me Coach Jarahmeel. I really come from the mud. I was telling my brothers that, or my fighters that today. I literally come from the mud. I'm talking about times where in 2014 I was coaching people in my backyard, and it was my cousin at that time. I got fired from my job at a factory I worked at, and I had promised to, like, myself I'd never work again. And I was like, man, let me hold on. I know I can fight. I know I can box. Let me pick up, a pair of mitts or whatever the case may be. Pick those mitts up, pick that that training equipment up, man,
Right.
and haven't looked back since. Man. To be honest with you, I came through a lot of gyms, a lot of fighters. I had my own professional fighter at once. Then I, just attained a slew of other fighters, and just making them champions, if you will. You know what I mean?
Right. So from what I hear, it was in your path, man. This was written. This was meant to happen.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I don't see, I honestly don't see it no other way. In my little finite mind, I don't see it happening any other way. This is what I was meant to do.
Yo, and why not love what you do, right?
Absolutely. That's what makes it so fun, coach. I know with that up and coming champion you got over there.
Oh, brother, I really appreciate that, man. That means a lot coming from you, man, because when I was coming up fight, man, yo, you could look at cats like say you be boxing, it's like, okay, you get a draw in your bracket. Okay, I'm gonna fight somebody from Vermont. Who in the hell is from Vermont? Oh, I get somebody
Right.
from, you might get somebody from South Carolina, or if you get somebody from Ohio or Detroit, you in for a fight.
Right.
That's just how it is, man. So I know how it is, man, when it comes to that. I want to ask you this. The mud, is that what they call Cleveland? The mud?
Well, just being in from and I don't mean to make it original, but just being from the inner community, how our people was raised. I wasn't raised with a silver spoon in my mouth, and that's obvious.
Right.
You know what I mean? But basically, the mud just means getting it from nothing, coming from nothing, literally coming from the streets. It was times where I had to sleep. I always interview that. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Nothing. Don't allow them to stop you. You feel what I'm saying?
Yes.
I allow anything to stop me, and I'm not going to. That being said, that's what the mud means. The mud means literally getting it from the mud, coming from nothing, and just grinding until you get to the top.
No doubt. No doubt. No
Yeah.
doubt. So you're training right now. You have Montana Love, and you got those brothers back there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What's going on for you in the future? What you got coming up? What's your mindset?
So So I guess we'll deal with Montana right now. For right now, Montana, which is one of my professional fighters, he's also a younger brother. He's fighting for the youth WBC silver again, which what he was fighting for with Kenneth Sims. He's fighting against, I forget the guy's name. I forget who he's fighting with, but you can check it out on our Instagram. You know, Montana Security Love and Kingdom Fitness.
Okay.
He's fighting a guy that's undefeated. He's an up and coming prospect as well. You know, and not only that, but this is going to test him. Mm-hmm. You know, it's going to put him in a place where he can either sink or swim. And I know my brother, and I know for a fact he's going to swim. And that's what we have coming up as far as Montana. And once we conquer that, you know, get that youth WBC, that's going to put us in the top 15 in the world. Even though we deserve it, it's going to put us in the top 15 in the world. You know, and then from there, now WBC, WBO, WBA, and I hate the name drop, but it is what it is. IBF and all those big committees as far as the belts go. We kicking down their door. They don't have any choice but to recognize us. And then also with the Mason brothers, we just moving. We just was in New Jersey, sparring some of the best gyms we can spar. And now we just can't. We've been in Maryland, Hagerstown for only 3 days now, and we sparred at 2 different gyms already. You know, and as a matter of fact, we just left Lamont Roach Senior's gym. That's who we were just sparring with. We went in there and just did excellent. And shout out to him too for his son winning that title as well.
Good to go. Good to go. So you taking it by force, not by choice.
Absolutely.
You got to. It's only but one way, right, Coach?
Yes, sir.
Okay, Coach. Now I want to ask you some questions. I like mixing it up, and I know you like to think because you train like me, and yes. I will tell you I've bitten some of your moves, brother. So you know, I want to ask you this. You being a coach, and I always say this. I don't even like using the word coach. For somebody like you, I'm gonna use the word teacher because you are teaching a lot, and yes, I know you see a lot of people. They don't know what the hell they're doing. They're gonna get their athletes hurt severely. So this is what I want to know for you, Coach, from Coach Stokes. If you could design the perfect boxer,
yes,
who has qualities offensive wise, defensive wise, and have that ring IQ, pick 3 different boxes that you would take from when it comes to being offensively sound, defensively sound, and ring IQ. That's smart. So first, foremost,
okay,
offensive wise, who's your favorite boxer? Who would you pick?
Offensively, and I'm gonna be completely honest when I say as far as offense go. And I'm not gonna say all times. I'm gonna just keep it in this generation because I don't want it to go over people's heads.
Okay.
I would say Sweet Pea. I would. However, I'm going to say offensively, Earl Spence.
Wow.
Offensively, yes, sir. The reason being is because he's super technical, and a lot of people don't like his up and down style because he has an up and down style. But what I do like about him is he wins, and he's super technical when he's stepping forward. He doesn't make a lot of mistakes. He does make mistakes that I catch, but he doesn't make many, and that's what makes him so effective. It's not his punch power. It's hard to stand in front of that man's punch. However, just the fact that he's technical. When you have a technical fighter, yes, it relieves pressure from the brain. Meaning I don't have to think as much in the ring. You see what I'm saying? You should, but I don't have to think as much because my technical ability is going to reign supreme 80% of the time.
Oh my goodness. You dropping some jewels right now, man. Y'all listen to that? Y'all listen to that? For y'all out there that be blowing me up, asking me about this and that, listen, you need to take heed for real, because this is a young brother that has a lot of wisdom, for real.
Thank you, sir.
So let me ask you this. Defensive wise, who are you rolling with? Okay.
So I'm throwing something out there now, okay? So watch this. I would say Sweet Pea again, but in this day and age, in our generation, I'm going with Floyd Mayweather. I'm going with Floyd Mayweather. I would say Sweet Pea and Tevin Farmer, but right now I'm going with Floyd Mayweather. And the reason being is because the reason I'm going to say Tevin, the later Tevin,
right?
The reason I would have said him is because he's super slippery. He uses his whole body as defense. He doesn't just use his catching with his hands. He doesn't just use the roll. He doesn't just use he uses his whole body. So if you catch him on the shoulder, if you catch him on the elbow, if you catch him on his arm or whatever the case may be, he's realizing that you're losing more energy than he is by you touching him in the wrong spots.
Right.
So with that being said, the reason I say Floyd though, the reason I do say Floyd is because Floyd worked crazy hard. His work ethic was crazy, and also his defense was immaculate because he understood the game. Hit and tried to eliminate the opportunities to get hit. You see what I'm saying? So,
Yeah,
because boxing is a puncher sport, you're
it is.
going to get hit. And I was just talking to the coach about that in the gym. He said that was good. He wants to relieve the opportunity. Floyd relieves the opportunities. He take away your opportunities to hit him. That's why he's so effective. He doesn't take away the punch count. You can throw as many punches as you want, but he eliminates your opportunities.
Right. And he's very calculated, and he sticks by the plan. Because I tell my son this all the time. You don't want to practice all this sweat equity within the gym and then go outside, and you see it all the time. How many guys practice and when they get inside the ring, they don't do it?
They don't do it.
You got to practice what you preach.
They don't do it. Absolutely. That's one fighter I was just telling my fighters that's one thing you must do you have to have discipline. You're going to want to do something in the ring. You might think you see something, but you might have to be disciplined enough to stick with the game plan. Absolutely.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, well, my last one is IQ, ring IQ, being smart.
Oh, man.
It's a lot of them out there, brother.
There's a lot of them out there. IQ. Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna bring it. Okay, because my brother just gave me. This is true. I have to go with T Bud. And for your audience that don't know who T Bud is, it's Terrence Crawford. I have to go with T Bud because he might not be the most skilled. He might not be the slickest. He might not be the most crafty. But his IQ is on another level. Reason being is because he understands the game as well. Hit and don't get hit. So when you talk about IQ, we're talking about an orthodox fighter, an original orthodox fighter from what I've seen, stepping in the ring in a title fight, fighting southpaw.
I know what you're going to say. I guess that was that cat from Puerto Rico or somewhere.
Yes. I think he was something. He was Hispanic, but
yes.
Yeah,
he was something else. So and destroyed him. And they asked him. They said, "Why did you do it?" He said, "Because I wanted to. I wanted to show him that I can beat him at his own game."
Yes, and when I tell you he understood that southpaws have problems with other southpaws, it's weird because 90% of the boxing game is orthodox. It's changing now, but 90% of the game is orthodox. He understood, and he practiced for that.
So let me ask you this, Coach. I see that a lot, man. Why so many trainers are trying to put their kids in southpaw position when they not natural southpaws? I'm just saying.
I don't have any opposition with that. I don't have a problem with that. And to answer your question blunt, is because maybe, just maybe, their fighter they might not be fighters, to be honest. Some people just don't have it. I'm gonna just be completely honest with you. Okay. But just for me, I like it because it brings versatility to the game. As far as you have more in your bag to go with. I'm an all-around fighter. I've always been an all-around fighter. I always love all-around fighters. If I want to get on the inside, I'm going to get on the inside. I'm going to hurt you. If I want to punch you, I'm going to punch you hard and hurt you. If I want to go southpaw, I'm going to turn southpaw. You see what I'm saying? So I don't disagree with that. I don't know why they're doing it, but I just personally don't disagree with it. I feel like being versatile is what the game needs nowadays anyway. So I'm not sure why, but I don't make my fighters go southpaw. I have out of 5 of my fighters, I believe 3 of them can switch. I believe 3 can switch. Out of 5 of the Mason brothers, 3 of the Mason brothers can switch.
And it's a great tool. Or. It's definitely a great tool, especially when you know how to use it correctly. You know what I'm saying? When you know
absolutely.
And when you teach them correctly. So let me ask you this. You are today's new breed. That's why I call you.
Thank you.
It's a lot. I'm serious, man. It's a lot of hey, you know what it is, man? Because I tell a lot of old cats this. Y'all talk so bad about computers. Now social media is taking over. A lot of I'm B45 and Allah's will, inshallah, that I see 45 on Friday. You know what I'm saying? So,
yes,
so check this out, man. I tell a lot of my comrades and compadres, yo, you got to learn what's going on. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't, you're going to be behind the times. I hear all the time, man, these kids don't do this way. They're not, because they're making their own lane. They're making their own path. And you got to respect that. When we grew up, what they say about hip-hop was not going to last. And what we say, excuse my language, fuck you.
Yes.
You know what I mean? So this is why I'm asking you, Coach. How are you, as a coach of new breed, going to make sure that you protect the sport of boxing when it comes to teaching the sport of boxing correctly to these young men and women out here?
Here's your answer right here, and this is straight from my mouth, obviously, right? Watch this. Boxing is equivalent or similar to entrepreneurship. You can't do the same thing expecting to get great results, if you will. So watch this. Times change, so does entrepreneurship. Time change, so does boxing. There's one thing I will say. I will never change. I will never allow my fighters to change or change my fighters if they're great at what they do. So with that being said, obviously that. But with that being said, you have to have an open mind as a coach in today's day and age. Opposed to my fighter Amir Mason. He was super awkward when I first got him. I did not know how to coach him at first. I was wondering, like, how am I going to do this? So what an older fighter would have done, and not speaking about all older fighters, but I say this. Inexperienced coaches would have done, they would have tried to change Amir. But me as a coach, I'm not changing you. I'm going to just be a better coach. That's equivalent to a child going to school and the teacher failing the child. Well, you have 30 students.
Right.
You mean to tell me that this child is not learning? He didn't go to school to be a student. You went to school to be a teacher. You understand what I'm saying to you, coach?
I do.
So not to be all the way around the bush, but to answer your question completely blunt, I'm just staying open-minded. I'm not changing my fighters. Absolutely not. We're going to nurture what you have, and we're going to perfect it. That's what makes a great coach, or even greater coach.
Exactly. I agree, bro. You smashed that. I agree wholeheartedly when you say that, because you have to not try to change that style, but add on to it the best way that you possibly can. You know,
absolutely.
And that's when they lose their fighters, man. That's when you get fighters jumping ship, going to different gyms, and when you see a fighter that's been to 3 or 4 different gyms, man, they're a jack of all trades. They don't master anything.
Exactly.
You know.
Exactly.
So, okay, so let me ask this: super fight right now, and I want to ask you this right now: Deontay Wilder versus Evander Holyfield, old versus new. Who will win that fight, in your opinion?
Okay, is Evander in his prime? Because we seen Evander get stopped.
No, Evander in his prime. Big E. Yes.
Whew. He stood under Tyson's punches, which is equivalent to Deontay Wilder punches.
Mm-hmm.
I would say Deontay will have a more of an advantage because his reach, which gives him more leverage, and we all know that taller fighters have just natural leverage on their punches, which gives them more punch power.
Right.
No, Evander Holyfield. So let me say this. I'm gonna answer it blunt. Let me see. Woo! I might have to say Evander. Because he stood up under Tyson's punches. He stood up under there.
Yeah.
And Deontay, we seen what happened when Deontay tried to stand up under King Kong's punches.
Yeah.
He almost got stopped. He almost got dropped. And we all know that Evander Holyfield can punch. Look at what we did to Mike Tyson. So to be honest with you, I would go with Evander Holyfield. I would have to. And good coaching plays a good part in that too. If they had the same coaches, if everybody with the same coaches, Evander Holyfield will win for sure. Not taking nothing from Deontay Wilder's coach.
Right. Okay. Well, Coach, man, let everybody know about your social media handles. Like, if you really want to follow my man, Coach Jay, let us know where they can find you at, how they can get a hold of you, if they come to Cleveland, or I don't know if you travel outside, outside of the state of Ohio, where you can go train other people. How do they get in contact with you, brother?
Yes, you can follow me on Instagram and Facebook at Kingdoms Fitness. That's at KINGDOMS Fitness, FITNESS. And I'm also real active on the Mason Brothers page, okay? The Mason Brothers. I'm super active on there. Kingdom Fitness and the Mason Brothers on Facebook and Instagram. We travel out of Cleveland. We come to any city. We're in Baltimore right now. We're leaving Baltimore, headed to Hagerstown. We're going to New Jersey in a week. We're going to Las Vegas in a couple months. We're ready to do it. You hear me? So whoever wants to work with 5 Mason Brothers, some of the top amateurs in Ohio and in the nation, holla at me at Kingdoms Fitness on Instagram.
Hey, Coach. Hey, when you get to Vegas, let me know, man, because we drive to Vegas all the time. we would drive out there, and I love for Diesel to get some working with you.
Absolutely, coach. That's a no-brainer.
You
That's
know
a
what
no.
I'm
I
saying?
am not like all these other coaches. Absolutely.
No, you're not, brother. You're not. Your word is your bond, for real. It really is. Hey. I know it's kind of premature early right now, but can I ask the Mason brothers? Can I get a
Yeah.
interviewing with them later on, like in the future? Can I get a interview with them guys?
Absolutely. I'm not their father. Their father is super active in their career. He's the
No
manager,
doubt.
but absolutely. I'll have you call him. The Mason brothers are not opposed to you interviewing them on your podcast, bro. That would be good for them. Super great exposure. I think both of y'all could benefit from both each other's careers, if you will. But with that being said, absolutely.
No doubt, brother. Hey, I salute you, man. I appreciate you. Hey, everybody, this is with Stokes, Coach Stokes, behind the scenes. Hey, this is a very this brother's gonna be amazing, man, for real,
I
man.
appreciate it, man.
Be
I really
amazing.
do, man.
So, hey, I'm gonna talk to you later. Everybody, be safe and remember, man, do what you need to do at all times. Okay, stay ready so you don't
Absolutely,
worry about
coach.
getting ready. One love to you. Peace, bro.
Yes, sir. Peace.